I work in music, I make music, I produce, I write it. So I thought, let's look and see if I can find some music in the engine and treat it as a musical instrument. And that was the original concept, to make music out of a car engine.
Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic idea, and there's loads of listeners that absolutely love the sound of an engine roaring. But how easy or hard was it to record such a fierce beast? Yeah,
the difficult thing in recording a car engine is, first of all, it's very loud. It moves an awful lot of air, and microphones are very sensitive to movement of air. So in the end, I used very basic microphones called an SM58, and I put them on the exhausts. Whenever I did that and I heard that sound, I went, oh, this is something quite impressive here. And then hearing the sound and then actually finding the music in that noise, that was the thing. And then I found that around about 500 RPM, it's a low C. It communicates with me in a musical way. So I thought, okay, 500 RPM is a low C. So then slowly, I got the driver to take the RPMs up a bit, and then I went to a D, and then I went to an E. I stopped it at each point and held it and recorded that, and then from those samples I began to build music songs.
Absolutely awesome, absolutely love it, and very moving piece as well. Was it fun to make?
Yeah, what was great about that piece was you can hear the brute of the engine there. I wanted to make it not just something for people who love cars, I wanted to make it for people that are into music as well as cars, or turn people onto cars through music. So I phoned up this band I know called All We Are, and they're based in Liverpool, 2 guys and a girl. I would call them folk groove. So for me, the idea was to put something beautiful on top of this brute. And the melodies and the choral effect that's coming from the 3 of them singing just hits the nail right in the head. It's brute and beauty. There's no gimmick there. This is something, it's a valid piece of music.
Yeah, it's a lovely way that you put that, actually, brute and beauty.
Yeah, brute and beauty.
And I believe you're going on tour as well.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of the tour. We started off in Dubai, and then we went to Shanghai, Beijing, Tokyo, LA, New York, Milan, and then our next gig is in London. And it's been a good trip. It's been a really good trip, yeah.
I can imagine. Of course, I still can't believe that I'm in Abbey Road Studios. I mean, just looking around, it's an absolutely amazing place to be.
Yeah.
We're talking music, so I mean, how important are speakers when it comes to listening back to your sounds?
Well, I mean, it's funny because with Joe, who I've been working with for the last 8 years, it's one of our main conversations, what speakers we're listening to, how are we listening to what, we're recording, and how do you know what is true, what is not true. I've been working in music in studios for like 25 years, and I've used various different sorts of speakers, but for me, in the end, it really does come down to taste. Yes, I would say it's subjective.
Well, the reason I ask, actually, because staring right at me is 3 absolutely incredible looking speakers, something out of Star Wars.
Would you say you're in a spaceship here?
It feels like it, actually.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
the sort of Enterprise. We've got the desk there.
Right. No, here we've got a great setup. We're in the Penthouse studio just now in Abbey Road, and a lot of incredible films over the last, I would say, 40 years have probably been mixed in this room. I mean, the first project I did in here was The Last Emperor. I did that in 1988, and films that big are worked on here. Music, albums, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, everybody's been in here. Even Monty Python have recorded their songs in here. So it's like, I think anything of any sort of musical note has had some sort of relationship with Abbey Road.
Well, I've got to say, it's an incredible place to be, and it sounds absolutely amazing. So we'll recommend all our listeners go online and get the tracks. Of course, where do they go?
Well, the first place that you would go to get, there's 3 tracks up just now, and it's 7notes.com, spelled SEVEN, and then there's another N, OTES.com.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Howie B, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, thank you.